Hey, welcome to 12 Nights in Barovia from the Games Tavern today. I have a wonderful cast and crew with me. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out to watch us. And if you get a chance, check us out on the Games Tavern or join us on our Discord as well. One at a time, I'd like to give a shout out to tabletopaudio.com for providing the music and the ambiances for today. They're amazing and we support them and you should too. Outside of that, we have our lovely cast and crew today. I'd like to start with Bran, then Marissa, then Alfonso, then Caleb, then Anna. If you could each introduce yourselves and tell us your character that you're playing, and then we'll start to get the story kicking.
All right. Hey there, Wild Ones. I am Bran, and I will be playing Metis Rumflower, a Swarm Keeper Tiefling Ranger.
I am Marissa, and I'll be playing Drasilia, who is a high elf sorcerer of Dragonblood.
Hey, I will be playing Stottle, the Weight of Mercy Portal monk.
Hello, I'm Caleb, or Zezapher, and I will be playing Torgorn, the Dwarven Warlock of the Fey Pack.
Hi, my name is Anna, and I am going to be playing Astena, the half-elf assassin rogue.
And I'm Reed, and I'll be the Dungeon Master for today's show. So, coming back from last episode, the smell of charwood lingered in the air. Fog had settled across the town, helping suppress some of the smoldering fires. Bucket brigades were set up by the burgomaster to help put out the remains of any fires from the Ashman, who had came in the night and burned through people who had spilled their food. Some people he only burned a room or a bed. Other people he burned the entire household in a roaring inferno. As people did that, they immediately started setting to work cleaning their houses, and you guys immediately had set to work cleaning, well, the house you were in, the inn. Do you guys remember the name of the inn?
No.
You do not remember the name of the inn. That is okay.
Prancing Pony?
Blood of the Vine Tavern.
No, Blood of the Vine Tavern and Inn. That's correct.
Right.
Okay, so...
Stottle gets 10 bonus points.
So, just so everybody's clear on where you're at. Okay, so, knowing that you're there, you guys began cleaning up. Obviously in haste, you saw the barkeep, who's kind of just there, suddenly start to get a little panicky. He goes, we have to clean up the broken windows, we have to do everything. The Holy Night is coming. If our house is not in order, well, all of us are in grave terror, grave danger. Will you help?
We'll help.
Of course.
Oh, thank goodness. You guys begin putting things together, sweeping up the broken glass. Even though the windows were boarded up, he hastily puts glass panes back together that he had in the basement and begins putting things into place to make a new glass window literally all day while you guys are cleaning the rest of the area. He constantly comes and checks your work to make sure that no speck of dust is left unturned, that curtains are wrinkle free, that everything is as it should be, and that every glass is fully clean. Trusting you as he is, He's still the only one who knows how to put glass in a window pane apparently properly, and does so somewhat successfully. It looks passable. It does keep the wind out. It's not as pretty as it once was. As that happens, you do notice two of the kids come by that you saw earlier, the little girl and the little boy. And she points to the little boy. See? They protected us last night. I told you they would. The little boy kind of smirks up at you, Marissa, or excuse me, Drasilia, and just kind of smirks at you.
I pat him on the head and give him a smile.
He kind of hides behind his sister a little bit. All three of you who stayed through the night to protect the little girl and her family have 1 point of exhaustion. The two of you who slept through the night, you guys slept like babies. So, no exhaustion for you. So,
That's what you get for being ruthless.
Stottle, Drasilia,
No regrets.
So worth it.
Proud collar pop.
Rumflower, you guys have a point of exhaustion. Alright? So,
I can die happy, know that I saved children.
the kids kind of giggle at you guys and go, "Thank you," as they scamper off back toward their house.
That's adorable.
So, what do you guys?
She was smiling after him, and then she straightens up.
Hmm.
She kind of forgot herself a little bit.
Oh, I see. So, sweeping and everything through the day. I need everyone to make a investigation check. Was there anyone not helping with the cleaning, by the way?
I'll be helping with the cleaning. I'm going to say I'm not doing any detail stuff since I think I'm generally sticky by nature. So I'm not touching any glass or,
Okay.
You got a 13.
13? Okay.
8.
8? Okay.
3.
3? Okay. Mr.
19.
Sticky? 19?
Mm-hmm.
Alfonso?
Also 3.
Also 3.
We are terrible at cleaning.
Not great.
Bran, it's possible you may have touched some doorknobs and some other things with your stickiness. Alfonso, I don't know what you did, man, but something was left unclean. You probably bumped a dust mop a little bit and sprinkled some dust in the wrong place, and you forgot to clean it back up. Who knows? It is what it is. Around dusk, everyone starts to rush indoors. No lamps or lanterns are lit, which is unusual considering your first 6 nights here. Or 6 nights here, your first 6 nights. And the sun begins to set.
Can we make like a final pass through the inn just to sort of see if there's anything left undone?
Yes.
Okay. So what do we roll for that?
What are you looking for to leave undone?
Basically, anything that's left dirty or smudgy or out of place.
Oh yeah, you did that. That's what your investigation check was all about that I already had you roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was you guys, making sure nothing was left undone. So, darkness falls. A pitch blackness. And just as suddenly, every torch, every lantern among the houses blazes to life. In the center of town, lit brightly, is a knight standing in silver armor with gold and green trim, a holly crown above his head, a large sword at his side, a green shield as well. Where once on all the buildings they were bare, now holly, mistletoe, and ivy cling to braziers and lamps and the walls themselves. You're seeing this from the inside. You swear when you watch the lanterns light up all throughout the outside of the inn where you're staying, the smell of cinnamon in the air. You watch the knight walk up to the first house on the corner, bow his head, and make some movements. He appears to offer a blessing upon the door. Then he moves to the next one. Again, blessing upon the door. And the next one. And then he's out of your sight. At some point in the night, you hear the door get kicked in and crushed. Screams. And then silence. And then a long silence for several hours. And then you hear distant splintering wood again. Some shouting cut short. And silence once again. This happens throughout the night. Again, you see him cross the road where you're at, moving back to the center of the town as he's crossed every building before you. Blessing door one by one. Standing back, he looks right at you as you're looking at him through the windows. He smiles, nods his head, and then suddenly, just before you can say or see anything, bright lights flash from all of the torches and lanterns and braziers once again, and he's gone. The torches and lanterns remain lit, though dimmer than they were before. And almost as soon as that occurs, in a minute, the sun rises in the distance, casting its first rays of light across the city, the small town, the village of Barovia. So,
Seem to notice us.
at any point in time, you could have interrupted to do anything you wished. You chose not to. But you did stay up, yes?
Yes, yes.
For those of you who stayed up, you now suffer 1 point of exhaustion. If you already had one, you now have 2 points of exhaustion.
Can I meditate? Since it's early morning, nothing's going on.
You going to attempt to do that?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt to go to sleep as soon as the sun rises.
So you're seeing the sun come up and you go up to rack out? All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to rack
wanna-
out too.
I'm going to try to remember what this day is about before I go to sleep. But yeah.
Roll an intelligence check.
Wow, that's my worst stat. And no, I got an 8.
No. You don't remember what day today is going to be about.
Well, I still go to sleep.
Okay, so that's 4 of you. Stottle, you're staying up?
No, Staddle's gonna go to sleep.
Okay. Before you go to sleep, the morning almost feels cheery. There's no fog in the streets, and most of the townsfolk are awake. You see them come out and greet each other. They speak of remarkable dreams they received. And you see a woman come out, her face bruised, but she seems to be relieved. She lost her husband in the middle of the night. It's though as a great burden has been lifted from her shoulders. However, there are several houses that you hear about that are dark, her inhabitants slain for their slothfulness, or for beating their family. However, the vines of ivy that grew during the night have now blossomed into beautiful white flowers. You notice the villagers are busily arranging them into bouquets. Throughout the day, people are making processions with the flowers along the road. Well,
I only need 4 hours of meditation.
all right.
So she's like up at 10 in the morning.
So the rest of you go to bed exhausted. Marissa, on the other hand, is up 4 hours before the rest of you.
So I go to the innkeeper and I ask him what today's about.
Today is the Day of the Dead. It's the return of the dead. We must pay homage to those who, well, our friends and family who have died here, and ask them to grant us mercy, or they visit us in the night if we didn't do them right during their life and in their death.
So I pat him on the shoulder and I just nod.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, it is what it is.
Well then, how about some food?
Food it is. He gets out. You're the one that doesn't eat meat, right?
No, she's a dragon. Dragon blood elf. She eats whatever.
Oh, okay. I thought there was one of you who didn't. Sure. I'll get out the salted pork, some sausage, and of course some squash that we've got for the winter. And make a soup.
And I pay. And eat.
Okay, great. And now that Alfonso has returned from his camera follies, it's all right. Yeah. So you're eating soup. The rest of you wake up. You're suffering one less point of exhaustion. You guys are drained still, some of you. What do you wish to do to prepare for the day?
Go down and get something to eat.
Yeah.
Get some food.
So he's already making a pork and squash soup, which sounds hearty and filling and warm.
Warm sounds good. I like warm.
Yeah, it's still sunny though, or not sunny, but brighter and cheerier. You hear villagers as they start to return in procession. Different groups as they come back, talking quietly amongst themselves. Any specific things you're looking for? Anything you want to find? Anything you want to talk about? Here's your shot.
During this time, okay.
No, go ahead.
During this time, I assume the flowers on the ivies are still bloomed.
No, they've been gathered up.
Are they-
and
every
turned into
last
clay.
one
Like,
has?
Nobody's hanging out. And no. No one is taking a chance on having the dead visit them today. I'll tell you that.
I turn to Drusilla and I say, so, do you remember what this day's about?
Apparently, this is the day the dead return, and people pay their respects to gain favor of their beloved dead.
Their ancestors that died here?
Ancestors, friends, anybody who's passed that they feel they've wronged.
I don't think that quite applies to any of us, does it?
Unless anyone has been here before that they haven't mentioned.
I've never been to this accursed place before.
But perhaps some people may have perished due to our actions. Or lack
They would have
thereof.
perished there with their own actions.
The only people I remembering perishing as a result of our actions were all the monsters. Cats, ladies.
Agreed.
I don't think they have graves in the local cemetery for some reason.
Well, couldn't hurt to leave a flower or two.
Ah, dwarven tradition, we leave coins. Gotta pay the ferryman.
I'm sure that would do. Any gift should work.
Fair enough. So I guess I'll lead a party. Anyone who wants to follow to the graveyard.
You guys
I'm
are going to
following.
the graveyard.
I'll follow the graveyard.
How much time do we have until sunset?
Oh,
That's a good question.
I would say you guys just came down to eat. You got about 3 hours.
That should be enough time. Let's just a precaution. Let's try and get back to the inn before the sun sets. Bad things seem to happen in this town after dark.
All right.
That is an understatement. Alright, let's go.
So as you guys are moving on, you guys leave, you finish your hearty soups. You guys step out as you're walking up and making your way toward the village. Transitions back to kind of a solemn look down. The little boy is holding her hand too. Some other families are making their way back. And do you think it will be enough? I hope so, honey. We've done all right this year, I think. I pray that Fanda's grace protects us. And other murmuring along those lines as you make your way up. And then the stillness and quiet of the graveyard itself. As you make your way to each of those areas, you see tombstone after tombstone, headstone after headstone, bouquets of flowers on almost every one of them. You see the priest, who Stottle recognizes immediately, and the rest of you, I believe, who went with him as well, giving blessings at each and every one. It looks like he's finishing off the blessings at all but the last few headstones.
I look around at the ones that don't have flowers, and I start to place a piece of gold on each one that doesn't have flowers.
Okay. There's at least 15 that do not have flowers.
Okay.
I'll cover half of that. The
And if we each get 3 of them, that's a nice, neat number.
Okay. Except how many were there? There was 15? Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So each of you lay down 3 gold then?
Yep.
Brands
Yeah.
can put his right on the front of it because his sticks if he wants. Okay. All right. I was just making sure that sunk in for a minute. Yeah.
That's an extra offering because it's honey.
Yeah. And so you guys place 3 coins on 3 different headstones each, getting all 15. They're spaced out. They're not all together. In a few cases, they're so old that it's almost hard to read the names.
So, talk to the priest.
You guys are going to walk up to the priest?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so he's mid rites, and he continues on, even though you're talking to him briefly and you introduce yourself, he continues on with the rites, and then he finishes. Straightens up his robes. Ah, you again. All of you. Well, I have to say that's a blessing. Stoddle, how are you?
I am fine. How are you?
By Lathander's grace, I still am here. I have 3 more to go, and I am done for the blessings and rites for all of those here. We'll see how many remain.
So I say nothing, but I take 3 more gold and I put it in his hand, and then walk away.
Your friend is very kind. We shall make sure that those in need will be taken care of. Are you all okay?
For the most part.
For the most part, as well.
I can only imagine the terrors you've faced in that town.
There's still a few more days.
Today is the day hopefully everyone has respected those who've come before them. I wish you well. I must get on with my work.
Of course.
I'm going to say while they were speaking with the priest, Metis is doing what he can to scrape different pieces of his clothing or around his horns to try to get a nice little ball of beeswax and attempting to makeshift an ugly little candle.
Okay. What are you going to use for your wick?
I believe in the pack we generally have the twine, right?
Depends on which pack you got, but I'll say you got some twine for that. That would be something you would carry.
So just sort of rolling an ugly little candle.
Beeswax candle. Okay, so it's got like the little grooves where your hand fingers go in, and instead of
it is definitely
making it nice and round, it still looks like a hand
definitely
has rolled this thing.
Function and not
It's function, not
style.
form. Okay.
Yeah.
Istena is going to wander along the graves a little bit, just sort of looking to see if there are any interesting names or anything she recognizes.
A lot of names that end in Slav. Skoff, Kof, and then a couple that end in ski with a Y.
Okay.
I think being a dwarf, I'm going to go back to the main temple and pray to my ancestors.
The only temple. This is the only church.
No. Like out of the graveyard into the temple to pray to my
church?
ancestors.
Okay.
Yeah, the church.
All right. So you enter the church building from the front. The bright colored glass casting the colors of light into the place. The pews are still broken and shattered splinters. And Lathander's light lights the area almost symbolically as you pray to your dwarven ancestors. Okay. What do you do with the candle, Bran?
I'm gonna go ahead and follow him into the church and see are there any of those lit that I can light off of.
There are 2 lit almost at the altar itself.
Go ahead and make my way, light off of one of them, and just kind of stick it to onto the altar.
Okay, so you stick it onto the plate that's holding the other candles there. Okay. All right. Cool. Very cool indeed. It's now the tallest candle of all the 3.
That makes me sad.
Resources are tight. Resources are tight. Well, it looks like you guys have all done something. Do you wish to go back to town now, or what do you want to do next?
Yeah, go back to the tavern.
Yeah. To the tavern.
Ditto.
All right. As you make your way back into town, it's almost as if the calm of a graveyard has overcome it. Nothing moves. An eerie silence comes. As you guys are walking slowly towards the inn, you see a door crack, and an old woman says, "Hurry up, get in the house. Get inside." And then closes behind you and then locks.
Okay. I'll pick up my pace to that.
I give everyone else a look and start walking a little faster.
Knees up.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hurrying down the way, you make it into the inn and close the door, whereupon the innkeep immediately bolts the door closed and locks it. He puts the big timber of wood across the door again. He goes, "Tonight we need to stay inside." Okay.
Not a problem.
Roger.
Night falls. In the distance, you see it first in the night sky. Hundreds of little glowing, blinking, sparkling, flowing lights flickering in the distance. Gradually getting closer. Then, before you know it, hundreds of glowing lights begin to flow through the city. Bright yellow, white, orange, flickering in between those colors, sometimes almost winking out and then blinking right back in. Flying erratically through the streets. You start to see in the distance what looks like someone walking along the streets. Then two people walking along the streets. Ducking from shadow to shadow. The lights just staying out of their... So it's like they're there, but it's like the glowing, blinking lights themselves, whatever these things are, attempt not to light them up. And then you see, because the lantern lights, two figures stroll by, tugging on a doorknob. The doorknob rattles. These creatures, what were once probably human, certainly no longer are. Long, flowing hair, patchy, the hunched over look, the pallid skin tight against bone. You've seen a lot of things. This can only mean undead. Again, rattling the door, frustrated. They begin beating on the door in the distance.
Metis glances at the rest of the group.
They then walk
Yeah,
back
these
and
look
around
super burnable.
and around. They then stop working on the door. They then walk around the alleyway. They don't see anything.
So I look at Metis.
Yeah.
I look at Stortle and Torgon and Estana. I'm like, we want to go burn some stuff.
I think the graveyard was well taken care of. There was only a few graves with nothing on them.
Well,
don't think
we
anything-
put coins on the graves with nothing on them, so I don't know why there are any graves with nothing on them.
Yeah.
Do you think somebody stole some of the coins we put on them?
Good possibility.
We didn't leave until right before sunset.
Perhaps the priest took them.
Well, I gave him some of his own, so he shouldn't have.
No, I doubt that is the case.
You hear screams in the distance.
All right.
All right, I open the door and I run out.
You open the door and you run out.
Yep.
Glittering lights then swirl around you briefly, and then give you plenty of space as you begin to run where? Toward that house?
Toward the screams.
Toward the screams. I don't hear any more screams. You hear the screams from inside the house, not outside.
We run where we heard the screams coming
Yeah.
from.
Okay, make an investigation check. Screams that you cannot see echoing throughout a town from inside.
Is there such a thing as a scream you can see?
Yeah.
14.
15.
12.
Did anyone roll a 20 or better?
17, no.
You could swear that the screams could have come from over north, maybe south. Definitely south. It's got to be south. That's where those things were. But just as you do that, you see them. 6 glowing apparitions. Not like the 2 beings you saw earlier. They see you. It's almost as if they take a glance look at you, and they looking you up and down and sizing you up. And they immediately start moving toward you. Not walking per se, not even sauntering, but moving with a purpose directly towards you. Directly towards Caleb.
Oh.
Oregon, is he with us?
We're all
I-
together.
Yeah, I followed.
Okay.
Yeah. Torgron. The 6 specters are moving straight towards you guys. What are you guys doing?
I'm observing, and I'm holding Fireball.
You're holding Fireball,
Yep.
and apparently cats are screaming in the distance in terror. Oh my goodness.
I'm having a flashback of demon cats.
I take out my short bow and I hold it at ready, but I don't actually fire.
I'm gonna motion for everybody to hold off. Hold off. They have a purpose, and I'm not one to deny the will of the ancestors as a dwarf. So, I'll
She's
see
just
what happens.
observing.
Okay. Alrighty then. Here we go. They then spread out, making sure they can't be caught all at once. Because, well, they're not dumb either. As they spread out, they're attempting to... You all get the feeling they're heading for Torgron. They're setting up to, well, surround it.
I lean over to Torgron and say, "What on earth did you do?"
I have done nothing to offend my ancestors. My ancestors will protect.
Standing in the center of the street, literally the town center, you guys are now essentially having a standoff against specters. And just as you're about to consider your options, 4 of them move into buildings, 2 on each side. They literally just go through the walls. You hear screams inside some of the houses. The other 2 just kind of smirk at you with their horrid spectral faces.
If we take them out now while they're divided, we have a better chance. Rissa's giving me this look like, I don't know if that's such a bright idea.
They've yet to attack us.
They are 40 feet away. And they move a lot faster naturally than you do walking. Roll initiative, everyone.
Okay.
So much for having a choice about this.
Yeah. Natural 20.
Natural 20. Hold on one second, you guys. Let me get my notebook here. Okay. Who's after that?
Dirty 20.
Anyone else have a 20? Okay. Okay. Who's after 20?
You got 13.
Anyone above 13?
17.
Okay. Anyone above that?
I got a 14.
Okay.
I got a 14.
So rum flower. Stottle. Right.
All right. So
Here
I
we
assume
go,
I'm
guys.
first.
What are you doing, Torgron?
I am. Once I am certain they have ill intent, going to witch bolt one of them, whoever's closest.
Okay. Go for it.
So that is a 22 to hit.
You definitely hit. Good show, sir. Good show.
And that's these. And that is 27 damage electrical.
27 damage electrical. You literally go, and you watch it go, and then fade from view as it disappears after your witch bolt strikes it.
And
Stand
I
up.
will move 5 feet just on behind others if they're coming after me.
5 feet behind others. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing, Istina?
Is anyone in melee range of the ladies, of the spirits?
Not yet. They were moving towards you when you witch bolted.
Then I will hold off my action until somebody gets in combat range so I can use my sneak attack.
So, do you have a weapon drawn by chance?
Yeah, short bow.
Short bow? Okay. So you're attempting to have someone else get into sneak attack before you use your short bow.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Rum flower.
I assume I'm going to draw the bow and take a shot at the other one that was closing in.
Okay.
That would be a 21.
21 hits.
All right. And 18 damage.
18 damage. Okay. You definitely hit it. You see the arrow actually hold in place into the spectral thing before it falls to the ground, the arrow. And it turns and it hisses at you and then it begins to move for Torgron. Stottle.
Well, Startle doesn't have any range. We'll have a dart. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a dart. Startle throws a dart.
Okay.
Just to assess the situation. So let's see. That is 10.
7.
10.
7.
Oh, 7, sorry.
Is that what you said?
No, I said 10.
Oh, 10. Okay, you missed.
I'm gonna throw another dart.
Can you do more than one?
Yeah, I could.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, 2 attacks. 11.
Okay. Okay, you missed again.
Well, in my turn, there, I moved 5 feet to the. Where was I stationed within the party?
Just
Like on
describe
the
what
left
you
or the
want.
right? Well, I just wanted to move 5 feet to the right. If I was at the end, just 5 feet away from the party, like spread out.
Okay.
Yep.
All
And
right.
then I'll end my turn.
All right. Good move. Good move. All right. Drusilla.
How far is the specter to everybody else?
Well, it's about 5 feet away from Caleb and closing fast.
Okay, instead of fireball, I do mind sliver. And it's got to make an intelligence save of 13.
Intelligence save of 13. Here we go. And it fails.
Or mind spike, excuse me.
Mind spike. Okay,
Yeah,
and it fails.
Wisdom of 13, it fails. All right.
Wisdom of 13?
Yep,
Okay, it fails.
my bad.
Yeah, it fails that too.
Stop playing with my emotions.
Sorry. 48, okay. I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
16. I just kind of do my hands and then see it just go like, and then like fade away.
It definitely does. You see it just... Its head crumples in slightly and then it disappears.
So was that the one near Caleb, or is the one near Caleb's or Torgrun still there?
That's the one that was after Torgron. Everyone
Okay.
make a perception check. Except for Marissa. Except for Marissa, sorry.
Natural 20.
Torgron, you notice 2 more specters have come out of the building directly behind you and are now approaching you. And they're going to get to you. What about Bran? What'd you get?
15.
Yeah, you see them also coming after Torgron. Stottle.
Settle got a 1.
Nope.
Plus 5.
Everything seems awesome. You did a great job with those darts, buddy. And of course, Christina.
8.
8. Yeah, you feel some coldness in the air. Torgron does
I do have magic.
What's that?
I do have magical armor, so if they have armor bypassing anything, it's
Well, we'll find out here in a minute.
AC 15.
Okay. And they both... they miss.
Are they in melee range of Torgron then?
They are.
Can I shoot them with my sneak attack now?
You can attempt to shoot one of them, yes.
Okay. I attempt to shoot one of them, whichever's closer to me.
Okay.
22 to hit.
22 hits.
Okay. D6. $17 points damage.
Okay. Okay. It hits. You see the arrow hit something solid and then fall to the ground.
Hmm.
And the specter is continuing to harry. At that point, you feel what may be 2 cold hands grabbing a hold of you. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. You then take 13 points of necrotic damage. Make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Con saving throw. 16.
16. Okay. You feel your life begin to drain from you, but you manage to steel yourself. And nothing else happens.
Hmm.
Okay. Torgron, your turn. Now the rest of the specters are in the fight in their initiative order as well.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna use the second witch bolt and attack the unhurt one that was attacking me.
Okay.
And it is 12 to hit.
The unhurt one that was attacking
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Okay. 12 just hits.
Whew. 23 points of damage, electric.
23 points of electrical damage. Okay. You see it and fade away. Estina.
I take another shot with my short bow at the one that's attacking Torgrun.
You will not get sneak attack damage because you are currently in melee attack with 2 specters yourself. So take a shot.
If I don't get sneak attack damage, then I'm gonna shoot at one of the ones that attacked me instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go for it.
8 to hit.
Nope. Misses. Good shot.
Then I dash away towards Caleb.
You're attempting to dash
Or Torgrun.
away. Are you using a bonus action?
Yes.
Are you using the...
Wait, how far away is Torgrun?
Torgrun's at least 20 feet away from you.
Well, then I can use my normal movement to get away from these guys and go to Torgrun.
Okay, great. So the opportunity attacks from the 2 specters.
And I use my bonus action to
Ah.
disengage.
Okay. So that's why I was asking. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All
Hey,
right.
we haven't played in a while. I'm a little rusty.
Okay. Rumflower, it's your move.
I'm going to draw my bow and take a shot at the one that was attempting to icy grip Istana.
Okay.
That would be a 24.
24 hits.
All right, and for my my wonderful bee action, I'm gonna do
Bees
the
flowing behind the arrow.
the pushback, try to get even more space between
Okay.
her and the specter. So 18 damage, and then the pushback.
Okay. Unfortunately, the bees pass through the specter, and literally you see them just fall to their deaths. One right after the other as they pass through.
Oh dear.
The arrow hit, though. Good job. It is now the specter's turn. Oh no, that one's dead. So no, it's not. Stottle, your move, brother. What are you gonna do? Come on, you can do this. Bring that monk badassery home.
Is there one within? Am I within melee range of one, or?
Melee range of 1? Oh, of course, you move right in. You can get to the ones that were attacking Astena.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's the ones
cool.
you didn't
So,
see up until you saw her go, shit! And start firing arrows into them.
All right, so with my quarterstaff, I'll attack the one that Brand missed. Well, that killed Brand bees, killed Midas' bees. So I'll avenge the bees with my quarterstaff, and that will be an 8 to hit.
An 8 misses. It literally passes through. You see
Alright.
Stottle start spinning the staff, and you've never seen such a bulky, stocky build move and flip so much as it continues to do so. However, you watch the first strike that really seemed to be the one that should have done something pass right through the beast.
Let's try one more time. That one is a 15 to hit.
Coming back up, though, on the backswing, you see the Spectre kind of start to laugh and then gets hit.
Two-handed strike, 1d8, 6. 8 plus 2, yeah, 6 damage on that one. And as a bonus action, I'll spend a key point in order to do flurry of blows for 2 unarmed strikes.
Almost stunned, the Spectre seems to be, trying to figure out how the hell it got hit by a bow staff. And then 2 more strikes, whack, 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 come right in.
15 for the first one,
Hits.
and 9 for the second.
Misses.
So for the first shot that hit is a 4 damage.
Okay.
And I'll end my turn there.
Spectre then has seemed to have turned its entire attention now to you, Stuck. Alright.
For the bees.
Drusilla.
Alright, so there is one by Astena left.
There's two that were chasing Astena to their left.
Okay.
And
So
there's one by Torgron.
I choose the one by Astena that's not been hit yet.
They've both been hit.
They've been both hit. Okay, so whichever one, don't matter. And I do 3rd level Mind Spike again.
3rd level Mind Spike.
Yeah.
Okay.
21 psychic damage.
Did you roll to hit?
Oh no, it's a Wisdom save of 13.
Hold on one second. It failed. How do you want to do this?
Again, it just like shudders and then like fades away.
Okay.
Priscilla's really knocking it out of the park with those mind spikes.
Yeah. Okay.
Psychic damage against ghosts.
Torgron. I'm gonna need you to really, gird your loins because that was a natural 20.
Okay.
My friend. 9. 11. 20. 24
Oh, dear.
points of necrotic damage assailed Torgron.
How much?
24 points of necrotic damage.
I am not at 0.
Make a Constitution save at DC 10.
Oh, Constitution save. DC 10. Con. I only got an 8.
Uh-oh.
Your hit point maximum is now. You feel the life get drained completely out of you as you've now permanently lost 24 points of hit point maximum
Oh!
That ain't good.
until your next long rest, if you get one.
Does that mean his hit point max goes down, but he doesn't actually lose hit points?
It means he can't even heal beyond what he's got now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can heal him up, but it won't go past where he's at right now.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to whatever your hit points are, how you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling a lucky 7.
Okay. So, at this point, that's the first one. The last specter, the one that is now attempting to pursue Astena, does a 18 hit.
Damn it, yes.
And you take 13 points of necrotic damage. Make a DC 10.
Can I have that since I saw it coming?
Did you?
Well,
You were chasing to help Torgron.
Alright. But I got a 13 on the save, so.
So, okay. So. Alrighty. Welcome to When the Monsters Know What They're Doing. Alright. Torgron. Hurting badly. It's your move.
I'm gonna start with an Eldritch Blast, the one that's probably like on me. Just go. The first bolt is a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
It does 9 damage.
How do you want to do this?
I imagine that I just kind of tap its forehead and shoot a bolt into it, and it just flickers like lights at a neon light, and then boop, breaks.
Do you do that angry by chance? A little bit angry?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hurting with, and you literally have black veins like in your face showing up from the necrotic energy that's been pulsing through your system. You say, "Not today," and you put your finger right up against its head, and you feel the coldness of itself as you touch it, and black lightning erupts from your fingertips, and you watch its face erupt as it fades from view.
And Dracilio smiles.
One specter remains.
And then with my second bolt, I will shoot at the remaining. And I got a 20 to hit.
Haha.
And 3 damage.
Watching Astina go "Argh!" as she gets hit from behind. The black lightning arcs from your fingertips and hits. And how much damage was it?
It was only 3.
It fades for a moment and then blinks back in.
Made it mad.
Astina?
I take a shot at with my short bow at the one that's after me, and you. So that's the only one
you have
left, right?
A feat that does not give you disadvantage when you're shooting at close range.
I don't believe you have disadvantage at close range when shooting with short bow. I believe that's a crossbow trait.
No, it's any. It's any.
All right, well, fine. I disengage and I move away, and then I shoot it with my short bow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got an 11.
And the arrow misses. Goes into some house across the street.
Yeah. I run. I go towards Rissa because she's the one who's had the most luck killing these things so far.
Okay, so oh shit, I missed. I mean, not Rissa. Drasilia! You bolt over there and all right, Stoddle or Rumflower, it's your move.
I'm leading the one chasing after Estenia as she runs for Drasilia and take another shot at it.
Here we go.
Yeah, 23.
Hits.
7 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, I don't want to endanger my bees. I'm just hoping to send the arrow through it and just kind of see its essence pull away, from the feathering, just like it's just caught on the wind and dissipates.
So as you put it right through the temple, as it's not paying attention to you and chasing after Priscilla, you lead the target just perfectly. You loose the arrow, and almost like lightning fast, the arrow goes and through the head, and you watch it as it just goes, and it's almost as if it turns into smoke that trails the arrow itself, as the arrow then spreads into another building, and it gets very quiet briefly. You hear screams in the distance in several other places throughout.
I head back inside.
You start to see what looks like more glowing spectral beasts starting to appear down every street. 6, 12.
Oh dear.
Way more than 12.
Look around. Are we done?
They're starting to converge on the
Oh
city
dear.
square.
Can anyone cast Tiny Hut?
They're now
Right.
moving very quickly towards you. All of them from every direction at once. Are you going back to the inn? Are you standing there to fight?
Run! Get out of
Run.
here!
Trying
I'm
to
going
make
back to
some
the
good.
inn. Yeah.
I don't think Torgon's gonna last if we stay.
Now would be the time.
Torgon, what about
The
me?
fireball.
You guys are complaining while you're running? That's adorable. So you guys are getting into you guys get in, and you get to the door, and bang, 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 bang. You realize it's been bolt shut behind you because that guy wasn't letting anything in his house. You guys are screaming, "Let me in! Let me in! Let me in!" Make a persuasion check at disadvantage. Who's gonna
dear.
make the persuasion check? Who's gonna do it? What's your argument?
I'll-
Let it- I'm not letting anything in this door. You guys are dumb enough to go out on your own. I'm not opening this.
Persuasion.
I got a 16 and a
Who's
15.
making the persuasion check?
Priscilla's making the persuasion check.
Okay, Priscilla, what'd you get?
16 and a 15. If it's at disadvantage, I guess it'd be
What's
15.
your argument? That'll determine the DC going up or down.
Let us in. We didn't know there was this many.
Yeah, that's why I'm keeping you out so they don't get in. You're gonna have to make a better argument than that.
If they get in, you're gonna need a sorcerer on your side.
Well, if
can't
I
go-
don't let you in, they don't have a chance of getting in now, do they?
If we
I
break
told
the
you I
window,
was
they'll
not
get
to
in
stay
anyway.
inside, didn't I?
You can't go up against ghosts with bows and arrows. You need magic.
I saw that guy do pretty damn good with a bow. Right at the end there.
Thank you.
Did you see how many I took out?
No,
Exactly.
that's the problem.
Because they're dead.
You guys
Again.
got about 6 more seconds. You have 1 turn to make a better argument.
Either die in your house or let us in and stand a chance.
I will haunt you if you don't let us in. Have you ever seen a dwarven spirit?
Kunk, 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 kunk. You hear the
Ah.
heavy wood come in. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Okay.
We run in.
As you guys are going to close the door,
ridiculous.
you feel the coldness on the door as the specters have reached it and are attempting to force their way inside. Are you attempting to force the door closed?
Yes.
Yes.
All of us together.
All right,
Combined
who's the
strength.
strongest of the party?
Definitely not me.
I am positive it's
Might just be startled.
All
I
right,
think it's going to be Stoddle, yeah.
roll with
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah.
Alright.
You're starting to see a cold hand start to float in and try to like reach around and grab at you guys as you guys are going in, knowing that cold touch is death if you get here.
Can I do an attack?
I rolled
to do
I
that?
rolled 17 twice.
17 twice.
Yeah, was it a straight
Woo!
strength
The door
check?
slams.
Or
You see
let
the
it-
arm twitch for a minute and then slide through the crack. And you guys jam the wood, the giant wood beam into position on the iron holders in place as it's bolted in. And you hear boom, boom on the door twice. And then you see various different floating creatures float by the windows, staring ominously. And then fade off almost as quickly as they came.
So I sigh and I go, well, we got 3 of them.
You got 6 of them.
6
Yeah,
of them.
6 of them, yeah.
6 of them.
Yes. Good for us. Flops down hard.
Doesn't seem to have done very much good.
I fall asleep just right there because I am basically dead.
Does anything
You watch
fix
Torgron
that?
basically go thwomp. And the barkeep looks at you guys and goes, would he really have haunted me?
Yes.
Probably.
He would have.
He's not a very nice person.
Of course not.
He's not known to lie.
All of you said something different that wasn't necessarily the same. And he can sleep through this?
I
He
don't
got-
think it's by
I'm
choice.
pretty sure that's all he can do currently.
For the rest of you, the night is long. You hear screams and shouts. And then eventually you see the 2 dead creatures slink off into the night quietly. Eventually, the glowing spectral creatures start to fade, one after the other, from view, going about their business, going out of view. The light of dawn begins to come in. The next morning, as people are talking, you do overhear the discussions of, well, a home was discovered with its door open, the one you saw, a shriveled husk of a murderer, a known murderer. Never proven, but a murderer nonetheless, and his family. And another man is discovered to have, well, locked his brother in his room and let him starve to death. Was also found as a dried out, miserable husk.
Oh dear.
2 other households were visited in the city, but nobody can understand why or what they did. The villagers grimly carry off their neighbors and bury them. They come back and very quickly. You notice that the few you can see coming to their houses take a look around as they gather their family. They check each and every one and then go in the door, and you hear the doors close quickly. No one else is out on the streets today. Everyone is back in their homes. Only the faintest of light fog is around, and quickly that fades as the afternoon comes. The barkeep's bleary-eyed, looks at you and goes, I've got to go get some more water. I'll be right back. I have to get it down at the well behind the inn here. Look yourselves, don't let anyone in except me.
Would you like an escort? Would you like some of us to come with you?
Sure, if you're feeling up to it.
I'll go with them.
I'll go
I'll
with them
follow
too.
along.
Okay, so 3 of you guys are taking the route of, I'm not being left alone, screw that noise. That's good. That's good.
I just want to stretch my legs.
More like protect the barkeep who can't do anything.
Barkeep goes.
He's
very quietly
going to the
looks
river,
around.
right? So he's going to the river?
No, he's going to the well.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You see him go to the back door, look through the back door, look around both sides. All right, hurry up. Closes the door. As you guys are standing outside, you see him lock the door behind him. And you see him scurry over to the well. You see him look down the well. I hate this. Puts the bucket in. Rolls it down. Rolls the bucket back up. Takes another bucket, puts it in. Rolls it down. Rolls it back up. They're both full of the water. And it says, alright, let's go. He walks you both, or excuse me, all 3 of you back to the house. Goes to the back door, checks around, unlocks the door. Alright, everyone get inside. And he carries the buckets in. As soon as you guys get inside, he locks the door behind him. And goes and brings the buckets behind the bar, where he then begins to refill various different vessels with the water.
Alright. After he does that, I'm gonna go and meditate for 4 hours.
I'm gonna go get a long rest so we don't get exhaustion.
I think I
I
lost it.
imagine I'm still just
Sleeping anyway.
sleeping right there, and I wake up whenever the rest would be enough.
For nappies.
Okay. All of you go down for a nap. You wake the next morning, or the next evening. As you wake up, well, the lantern light is on, but no one is on the streets. Not even house cats. Nothing. In the evening, you hear the occasional shuffle. You hear, at some point, a shrill, hollow scream at night, around 10 o'clock. Blood-curdling woman. She's screaming, no! 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 No, 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 no. Fades away into the night.
Do we want to try our luck again?
So last night, are you mad?
I agree with the no.
There seems to be a random sort of justice that's going on. I'm not quite sure I understand it yet.
There's
But
a
it's
light
like-
knock at the door. The front door.
Is there a peephole?
You can't see. You're not at the front door. What are you doing?
No, you said not to let anyone in. Oh,
I send message and ask who is it.
Is that magic? It's the little girl.
Yes, it's magic. What are you doing out?
My brother and I are scared. We're wondering if you would come stay with us at the house.
So I relay this to the party.
I stare at Drusilla and I say, "You're going to go, aren't you?"
Yes. Yes, I am. I can't say no to kids. And if it's a monster with the voice of a kid, I will kill it.
Are you going to open the door?
Is there a window next to the door?
No, there are two windows at the front of the two big glass windows. One of which Bran was put through. But,
Good times.
yeah.
All right,
But
I
it's been
misty step
recently
outside.
You do that, and you're standing right behind a little girl who you recognize. Oh, that's amazing. Is that magic too?
Yep, that's magic. So what's going on? Why are you out on the streets?
Mum said we could come get you, but you had to hurry, and just you, because there's not enough for everyone. Come on. She puts out her hand.
All right, I take the hand.
Oh, she walks with you. My brother will be so happy to see you.
And I send a message to Estena.
Mhm.
And I relay what the little girl said.
I tell the others that Drusilla is going over there and that she has to go alone. The invitation is for her only.
and I'm just there, probably with like some coffee or tea or something, just going like, rest in peace.
I mean, it's possible it's actually the little girl. I mean, it could be real.
I
The child.
give me this flat look.
Drusilla is well aware of things that take on the guise of little girls.
Drusilla,
So
did you bring any candy?
I did
that
not.
Nice man gives us. The one who's
did
got
not.
wax all over him.
I don't have candy. I'm sorry.
He smells of honey all the time.
He does. He's a nice man.
Does it get sticky?
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I can imagine. Hey, come this way. And she gets you to the house and goes, come on, we're going through the back door. Mom says it's safer.
Okay.
All right. And as you go through the back entrance, you're going through the fence door. She goes, can you help me open this? It's harder on this side. And there's a little lever you got to pull.
I sit there and I use Mage Hand and I open it.
More magic. That's so nice. Oh, that's amazing. Wow. I can't imagine. Can you teach me how to do that someday? Can I grow up to be like you?
Possibly.
Well, come on. And you come inside and you see what looks to be a backyard area that's very nice. You see her little brother and her mother and father. Oh, you've come. Oh, thank goodness. Would you like some tea?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay. Well, please, please. Sit down a bit.
Shouldn't we go inside?
Of course, of course. After you, please.
Okay.
So you go up to the door, and as you do that, you hear the sound of stretching, popping, and what sounds like bone snapping into place.
And I whip around, and I've got fireball ready.
And there are 4 people. Roll initiative.
17.
Hold on here.
You actually almost had me going for a minute, Reed, that this might be legit.
Yeah.
I
wasn't. It's always the little girl that's the demon.
I just had a feeling it was monsters the whole time, and I was just like, "Oh, when are they gonna switch?" Oof.
Fireball pitches.
That is a lot of dice.
Yes.
Okay. What'd you get? You got a 17?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. What's your dexterity?
My dex is a 13.
A 13?
Mhm.
Okay. You go first because you got a tie with someone else.
They gotta make a dex save of 13.
Okay.
Alright.
One of them made it.
25. 25 fire damage.
Okay. So the other one takes half?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna spend a sorcerer point and use my empower meta magic and re-roll 2 of the dice.
Okay.
Add 2 more damage.
Ouch.
How much more?
2.
2? Okay.
Yep.
Snake eyes.
No, I re-rolled the snake eyes. It wasn't much better.
Oh, okay.
What you expected to be the flaming, charred, carbonized remains of 4 beings stands before you, burning. Wiping it off. You're gonna pay for that one. And they begin to raise what appear to be black clubs or pipes of some sort. And does a... One second here. Oh, that's not good. Does a 19 hit.
Yeah.
Does a 17 hit.
Yeah. You take 5 and 7 points of slashing damage from the first 2. The second 2 does a 14 hit. No.
And you take 12 points of slashing damage as the next one hits. The next one, oh,
No, the 14 doesn't hit.
no.
Oh.
This is they get 2 attacks
Oh.
each.
Oh, shit.
From Shin's rank. And this one was a natural 20 and a 17. So
Yeah.
14,
I'm done.
14 plus 2. So 16 more points of damage. And complete miss does a 16 hit.
No.
Ooh. And the final beastie definitely hits you with 11 points of damage. Are you down?
I'm down.
Your world goes black. And we're going to take a quick break there, and when we come back in about 5 minutes, we're going to find out what happens next.
Cliffhanger ending.
Be back in just a few, guys.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
back. Hey guys, we're back on. So,
Hi.
thanks for everybody who's been watching. Thanks for everybody in chat who's been amazing. It's really cool seeing you guys on there. We love the support. Thank you so much. I'm doing my best to try not to enjoy the hijinks too much because you guys are amazing. Look at all that. Oh my goodness. All right, so where we last left off, Drusilla's world had gone black. While we were on break, Drusilla was clued in as to what, well, may or may not have happened. The rest of you hear at some point early in the night, the explosion of something. You decide not to leave. The next morning, the sun comes up. Drusilla, you wake up in the backyard where you were before, of the house where you were at. The sounds of birds chirping, maybe? You can't quite remember what woke you. As you stir, you find your outfit has been torn and stabbed through in a number of places. You smell smoky smells, and only to find that parts of your clothing have been burned, your skin with it. You're bleeding, and you're in intense pain. You have 1 hit point. The night before is fuzzy. What do you do?
I get up and I take a deep breath and stumble back to the tavern.
As you stumble out from the backyard, you see a little girl look frightened out the window of her house at you and immediately duck behind the curtains. As you stumble in through the fog, you also see a few other people stumbling in the midst. Some of them muttering to themselves like, let's not eat blue things anymore. Must not eat blue things anymore. Let's not do that. Other people are just sobbing uncontrollably. All of them scarred, beaten, bruised, battered. As you guys look throughout the windows for your friend, you see a dark silhouette of your friend as she limps her way back toward the inn. As if on cue. What are you guys doing now?
I open the door and go out to her.
Startle rushes forward.
She looks, her face is bruised up. She's got bruises. Any part of her skin you can see is either cut or bruised horribly.
Startle has the herbalism kit and alchemist supplies. Can he make anything that would be able to heal, assist her?
You want to attempt to make a healing potion?
How long would that take? I have a potion of healing that I can give to her though, but I just wanted to know how long would it take to attempt to make a healing potion.
Well, that depends. Typically, it's a couple days. We can see what you can pull off, though.
Regis, don't you have healing spells?
I do.
So do I.
I was gonna say when I rush up, I am gonna immediately go for a cure wounds on her.
For those of you who
I
slept that night, by the way, Torgron, you did. You wake up and your hit point maximum is now back to normal.
Hooray!
So you guys can do your long rest hit points and be good. Except for you, Drasilia. You also have a point of exhaustion. You guys notice Drasilia is constantly twitchy. Like uncontrollable twitches now. Ticks. So, what are you doing now, Metis?
Cure wounds on.
Okay.
Just nothing said. Just seeing her, just rush up to and.
All right.
As soon as he lifts his hands, I go like this.
Say maybe taken back a bit, but still just kind of.
You see,
Go for it.
as you're out there, someone else stumbling forward, and what looks like his wife come forward. Stanislav, what happened to you? And he just looks at her. Strange marks branded into his hands that you can't recognize.
She hears the screaming and she falls to her knees and she just puts her hands over her ears. And just sits there and just shudders.
Oh, I try and get an arm around her to get her up to her room and let her get some sleep.
As she touches her, she like flinches.
It's all right. It's all right. It's just me. I don't know what. Let's. All right. It doesn't matter what happened. Let's just get you up to bed. Metis, can you come in and cast a healing spell, please?
Nods and follows along with.
So you can let her know what healing she's received.
Oh, I did cure wounds.
There's still a dice roll, isn't there? For cure?
Yes, 9.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Alfonso, you want to try to brew up a healing potion right now?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right. So as you start to set up on the tavern bar, the barkeep's like, what you doing?
I'm attempting to make something to help my friend.
All right. Just don't mess up the bar.
Very well.
We got at least 2 more days of this. So make a test against your alchemy and wisdom skill.
D20 plus wisdom.
So it's your proficiency bonus. Yeah, it's a
Proficiency.
yeah, it's a DC 10 versus your proficiency in that skill. So it's D20 plus your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom bonus.
All right. Let's get it. And 13.
13. You have successfully brewed up 1 single healing potion, but you are now out of materials to make another one. So after this, you've got nothing left to make anymore.
Okay.
You ran out of materials.
Right. So I will take the healing potion to just Ilya, and it's 2d4 plus 2, right?
I put my hand on the bottle and push it back to him. And I just say, save it. Sleep. Need sleep.
Alright. If this is what you wish.
You hear the sounds of the town begin to come to life as the villagers are now, well, they're lighting sweet incense outside the windows and in the windows. They're nailing horseshoes above their door frames. They're putting other lucky symbols across different things inside and outside the house. You even see the barkeep check the outside of the place at every entrance.
I'll help him check.
What are you looking for? What you
No, I'm
doing?
making. Can I help in any way?
Oh,
The Lucky Charms you got?
well, I mean, everyone wants to take me Lucky Charms. I'm not sure why, but they we put them up to keep the witch, one of Strahd's witches, his ally, will be visiting tonight. We're getting the good luck wards up to protect our places.
All right. Need help hanging any, or are you good?
Well, I think we're good right now.
Well, I'll make sure no one takes any of ours, and I'll just kind of patrol until it's getting late and then go inside.
As you guys go back inside, the little girl comes to visit, and she sees the rest of you on the first floor, and she goes, "Is the nice lady here who does magic?"
She is resting and does not want visitors up today.
I actually stayed with Drusilla in our room while she rested. I figured it might be helpful to have someone in there with her.
I'm gonna say I'm posted outside the door.
Yeah, startled. The same.
Can you tell her that thank you for saving my family, but by saving me, you will be visited by Baba Tita. I'm sorry. And she starts to cry and she runs away and leaves.
I let her go.
What are you doing now?
Well, I have the. I feel like. I don't feel like I'm gonna make it through the night. I have a bad feeling, even with all these Lucky Charms. I'm going to dismiss my familiar.
You're gonna dismiss your familiar?
Like dismiss so that they go back to their home realm.
You don't want them abandoned in case you die?
Yeah, I don't want them abandoned here in case I die.
Unfortunately, you discover in the course of attempting to do that, nothing can leave here. It can go to its pocket dimension, but it can't go back home.
That is one serious curse.
Well, dimension door's out. Dang.
Oh. I do not tell the others we are trapped here. I want to keep their hope alive.
Dimension door should be able to let you work here as long as it lets you go through from one point to another, correct?
Yeah. Dimension door works here,
Yeah.
but like planar shift wouldn't.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
That night, it grows cold. Very cold indeed. Night falls. The wind chills itself, and you can see it as the fog rolls in and concentrated mist flows along with snow falling all over. From above, you can hear, well, echoing through the area.
Baba Tita will flesh eat tonight.
I will feast on flesh and bone and sinew. My master has many enemies, and I shall gnaw their bones till no marrow flows. Come out and jump into my cooking pot. And then you hear...
I ain't coming out for that.
I think I'm still asleep.
That was a pretty tempting offer, he says as he's
From the
cocking the
window,
bow.
you see this hunched over, very large hag. She's got to be at least 6 foot tall. Bluish green skin, warts, gnarled nose and fingers that almost end in hook-like claws. Gray staff in hand. I see you in there. And then in a second you hear, and she's off. She literally flew away. In the back you hear the door. The back door. Where are you all located right now?
I would be in the main room, kind of by the stairs, probably. I was probably getting ready to attack them if they came through the front door.
Drasilia, you're in bed.
Mhm.
Anna, you're in there with her.
Yep.
Bran, you were guarding the door. Excuse me, Rumflower. Metis Rumflower, you were guarding the door.
Yeah, I was on the stairs,
Stottle.
sort of getting the lean.
Startle was outside of the door,
Guarding.
standing guard just in case.
So both you and Rumflower were probably sitting there talking stories as suddenly all this starts happening.
Do I get my hit points back? Because I just did a long rest.
You do. Make a constitution check for me real quick. DC 10.
Mm, 8.
You still suffer a point of exhaustion.
Okay.
You hear the sounds of keys rattling. Okay, Torgron. And you turn to look, and you see kind of a really strange sight as you see the barkeep is now opening the back door locks.
When you open that, stand aside, and I prepare Witch Bolt.
How about don't open it?
He keeps unlocking it. He keeps unlocking it.
he-
He doesn't even answer you. He just click,
Yeah.
click.
Something doesn't seem right.
I work with the Fae. I probably know something about hags.
He's
Little bit, at
obviously
least.
been charmed.
Mm.
And just as the last lock opens, boom, the door flies open, knocking him flying across
Ow.
and into the stone fireplace. Not into the fireplace itself, but into the stone mantle of the fireplace itself, where he promptly then goes unconscious.
The moment she's visible, I let the Witch Bolt go.
Roll initiative, everyone.
Initiative.
12.
Torgron is 12. Okay.
17.
So is 17.
Dirty 20.
Still is 20. Stottle
10.
and Metis.
14.
You hear almost what sounds like laughter. And before you can release your witch bolt, hold on a second if I can get my to work. I need you to make a save. Oh, good man.
Oh. Which stat?
I will tell you in a second, because I need to actually look it up properly. Make a wisdom saving throw.
I got a 10.
10?
Yeah.
You find yourself, as you're going to cast Witch Bolt, suddenly paralyzed. You cannot move. You are held fast in position. Oh, looky, looky, looky. How helpful. Well, I guess we'll have to make fast work of you. And she picks you up, and then it slams you to the ground. You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Okay. That rocks you out of your paralyzation. However, your spell, which you were going to use, we're going to say you did not get off. And Drusilla and Estina, I need you to make perception checks. And Bran and Alfonso, what are you doing next?
Startle would be.
You hear the sound of your friend getting slammed. And then you hear, from him.
I assume we can't see from the angle of the stairway.
You were standing guard by the door when you heard the door slam open. Some sounds from obviously the witch laughing at your friend, and then a slamming sound. Are you moving forward to get a look over the banister?
Yes.
As you look over the banister, you see a very large, hunched-over woman in dark gray and black with some purple accents standing over your friend, her gnarled blue-green hands reaching for his face. I shall have you into my cooking pot. And she looks up as if sensing your presence, and you see her hideous face. Rotten teeth, hooked nose, warts and all staring back at you. Oh, more for the feast pot. Well, the main meal's behind the door. Anything you doing?
Oops, sorry.
Good.
Getting ready for battle.
Well, you guys can take action. You're in the initiative.
Okay,
roll.
all right.
The reason you see this. What are you doing?
All right. Well, drawing the bow, I just say there's a lot easier meals than us, and I let one fly.
Okay.
Try to pierce her nose.
Okay, go for it. Going for the nose piercer. Awesome.
25.
25. 25 hits.
Yes. 8 and a 16.
16. Okay. It does score her nose, but she just kind of looks up. You'll pay for that. Stoddle, what are you doing?
Startle is leaping off the banister.
Acrobatics check, sir. Here we go.
It's a ninja turtle.
9.
9. Well, you land a little hard. You land a little hard. Boom. So your next attack will be a disadvantage. But you land right next to the hag, who then just turns to reach out for you. Claw and all.
I planted to land with an attack, but that's fine. So quarterstaff at disadvantage. First attack. 7.
7 misses.
7 misses. Second attempt. Is that also a disadvantage?
Nope.
All right. Well then 9
Misses.
Bonus action.
Oh my gosh.
She moves with unbelievable quickness for a beast her size and for her stature punched over like that.
This went much cooler in my head. Bonus action, unarmed strike. Oh, look at that. Great. That's 24.
24
punches
hits.
her in the face.
Yes.
3 damage. And I want to spend a key point to do Hand of Harm, which is. Where do I find it? The Hand of Harm, when I hit a creature with an unarmed strike, spend a key point for 1d6 plus 2 necrotic damage. So, these 7 necrotic damage.
Nice.
Okay.
3 face punchy damage, 7 necrotic damage. Yeah.
Just so you understand, what did you guys roll for your perception checks?
Dirty 20.
23.
You both know something very wrong is going on outside the door. And you just heard the door open, slam open, somebody slide across the room. You heard your friend get slammed. You heard Mita say something stern, and it sounds like it's fighting now.
Missing. Battle missing. That's what
Okay. And all right. Let's see what's happening next. What are you guys doing? You guys wake up and you know something's wrong. What are you guys doing?
I go check it out. Go down the stairs.
So you get up
or as
out of
far as
bed.
I can go.
All right.
I go with her then.
All right. So you guys open the door and you get to the banister and realize your friends are now in a fight. Seeing Midas now, arrows drawn, firing at something down below. All right. Hold on here. Okay. Alright, so as you're doing this, we now move to Pavlotita's turn. She shifts around, swirling, and grabs her gray staff and looks at you, and then glances up at everyone there. And you see her then start to compress time as she seems to slow down briefly, and then you see bright white swirling light come off of her gray staff, and then what looks like ice start to spin and get wider and wider and wider, and then it gets released in a giant ice storm.
Oh dear.
Hails of rock hard ice spray everywhere in a 20-foot radius in a 40-foot high cylinder centered on her. In other words, it catches everyone looking over the banister, her, Torgron, who's on the ground, and Stottle, who's fighting. So, make a dexterity saving throw. You must beat a 14. Yeah, beat a 14.
Dirty 20.
I got a 16.
16.
15.
I got a 10.
Okay, for those who got above a 14, you take half damage. If you took damage, you took 4 bludgeoning damage if you took full damage. Go ahead. So you were going to say something?
Oh, it's only 4 and then a half, too.
Yeah, but then you also take 18 points of cold damage.
Okay,
Of course.
so I have a reaction where once I get hit with something, I can do shield, and it adds 5 to my AC.
Okay, so you have the reaction to cast shield.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're casting shield.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Boom, shields up, and your AC has gone up. However, this is an area effect spell, so
Oh yeah, that's right.
you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll hold on.
Okay.
I'll hold off onto it. So it's what? Halved of all of that
Mm-hmm.
for the people that saved, so 18 to, so only 10 damage.
11. Because it was 2 of the bludgeoning, right?
That's correct. Istina, your move.
Is anyone near the witch?
Caleb is on his back behind her, or standing right next to her. And
Is it within 5 feet?
Stottle, yeah, he is, but
Yeah.
Stottle is the one who's actually probably doing you a service right now.
All right. Well, then I will take out my short bow and shoot it at her.
Okay.
18 to hit.
18 hits,
Woo!
just barely.
Hit is a hit. 5 plus... 9 points damage. Shitty roll. I rolled all 1s and 2s.
Amatina will eat good tonight.
I'm poisonous, you bitch!
Cecilia, what are you doing? That's the spirit.
So she's sitting there and she's kind of shaking and looking at her and using all her strength and ability, mental strength, she casts Mind Spike at 3rd level on the witch.
Okay.
And it is a wisdom save of 13. And it's 11 damage.
Beats it heartily.
So I think you still take half. Let me double check. On a failed... target must make a wisdom saving throw on a failed save or half as much on a successful one.
Okay. That hurt. Okay.
And she just sits there and shuddering.
Rum flower.
God, everyone is down there with her. I'm gonna again. I'm gonna attempt to just draw 2 and sink them into. Let's aim for that nice hunched back. Uh, 21 and a 30.
21 and
Whoa.
30. I'm afraid those miss. No, I'm kidding. You definitely hit.
That's gonna be an 18. That one. And then just a 6 on the second.
Okay. All right.
I'm always implying on that first shot is my swarm strike.
And the bees definitely do their work this time. What's left of your bees. Okay.
Why do you word it like that?
Witch bolt.
From the ground,
Yes.
you
Limited power.
I got a 16 to hit.
16 misses. She literally sidesteps, realizing what's about to happen, and you smoke the stairway from below. Stottle. Wait, don't you have more than one of those?
No, that's the Eldritch Blast.
Oh,
More
okay,
than one
okay.
of them.
Stottle.
back on the attack with the quarterstaff.
Okay.
So let's see. First 2 attacks. Natural 20 and a 18.
Yes.
Both hit.
Nice.
Hooray!
Awesome.
Finally, yes. Let's see. So for the natural 20 is double dice, right?
That is correct.
Alright, let's see what we get. That's 9 plus 2, 13 on the first attack, on the natural 20.
Okay.
9 on the second attack.
Okay, how much was on the first attack again?
13.
Woo wee!
Yeah, making up for lost time.
Angry turtle.
She is now really messed up.
Then I'm spending a key point for a stunning strike.
Oh no.
So he has to make is it Constitution saving throw?
The Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, con saving throw DC 13.
She fails.
Great. She is now stunned. Yep. Till the end of my next turn.
Okay.
And then to round it out, one more unarmed strike.
Punch her in the face. Yeah.
Just one more, gotta get
Yeah, as a bonus. As a
Great
bonus
ugly
action,
nose.
Yes.
unarmed strike. And that will be a 13.
Ugh, misses.
Mr.
Oh wait,
Nose.
attack rolls against the creature have advantage. So 13
Yeah.
points of damage?
Oh, no, I didn't do advantage. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So let's try again.
Come on,
Boom,
punch
that
her.
one is a 24 to hit.
Yes.
24 hits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because once you stun the creature, your attack rolls against the creature now have advantage.
Forgot about that. So yeah, 24 to hit. And 6. 7 damage.
How much was that?
7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now Saddle will end his turn. And she will be stunned until the end of my next turn. So have at it.
She immediately puts her hands to her head and stumbles back. And she's stunned until the end of your next turn?
Yes.
Let me check one thing.
We have no power
She is
here.
basically just shaking her head and trying to figure out which end is up and holding herself up with her gray staff. And it's now your turn. Starting with Torgra. Or excuse me, Estina.
So she's still stunned?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You
Then
just
I take.
watched Stoddle Kung Fu turtle the daylights out of her.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not every day that one of his kind get to face off against a hag, but boy, when they do, the message gets through.
Alright. So I get advantage on the attack roll then?
Yes.
That's-
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
And
You get advantage even if he wasn't there, because he just stunned the daylights out of her.
But I'm just checking.
Yeah.
23 to hit. And thank God for advantage, because otherwise it would have been a 9.
Yeah. Yeah. So you hit.
Alright.
How many d6 do you roll for sneak attack?
3.
How do you want to do this? Because you can't help but kill her.
Well, I take aim and I go for a shot right in the eye.
You watch her suddenly freeze into solid ice. and shatter.
I frown and say, I was expecting more of a fight.
It is icy cold outside. The cold whereas wind is blowing in and there is ice everywhere inside this building. The fire is faltering in the fireplace. It is getting colder and colder outside. You feel the icy cold wind blowing in.
I go to close that door that was open.
Are you still paralyzed?
No, it was hold personnel for the first round.
And
Okay.
it wasn't him. Oh yeah, it was him. It was him. But that the minute he took a beating, he was released from that.
Gotcha.
I
guys get the door
bolster the
shut?
fire.
All right. You guys find yourselves having to sit very, very close to the fireplace to keep warm tonight.
Where did the innkeeper go?
He's right there, unconscious next to the fireplace.
Okay. Just making sure he's, I prop him up and try and...
Ugh. Oh, what happened in here?
Hag.
At the body, where the witch fell, lies the gray staff. Parts of rotting chunks of whatever it was she was made of. Slowly thawing out. And not much else.
So I go to her staff and I break it in half and throw it in the fire.
You're attempting to
Insta-
break that staff?
Can I? If it's a magical item, no. I guess not.
Go ahead.
But at least the chunks I'm gonna throw in the fire.
Make a constitution check. Let's see if you break your leg in the process of going.
Oh, nat one.
Well, in that case,
She never said she tried to break it on her
you
leg.
take 6 points of bludgeoning damage to your own leg, and it hurts a lot. As you have misunderstood, this wasn't just some staff.
Alright.
I will take a look at the staff.
Okay.
Oh, medicine check.
You're gonna medicine check the staff?
No, not the staff.
leg.
Her leg.
Okay. Her leg is not broken, thankfully, but it is bruised very badly. It's kind of hard to tell between all the other bruises that she took from the night before, but you could definitely see the one line right across her leg where she really just thought she was breaking a stick, but it was not the case. You gonna throw it in the fireplace too?
Nope, I'm good. I just throw the chunks of her thawing body in there.
We haven't searched them yet.
Otto says, let's not try to do that again.
No, I'm
You're
sure that's
you're
gonna.
throwing
I'm
the
sure that's gonna
icy
smell
chunks
lovely.
into the
Thank
fire?
you.
Well, I mean, either that or they're gonna be on the floor thawing.
We could throw them outside.
That's gross. It's just gonna be outside rotting then.
It's winter. That's sort of the point. It won't rot. It's too cold.
You guys start to see frost forming inside the building. It is getting that cold outside. You hear rushing wind. You hear roars outside.
Otto is arms and legs in his shell, like propped
Is
up
the-
on a.
You steal glances
cool.
out the window and see snow piling up.
Is the staff like glowing or something in any way?
No.
No, just a normal staff.
Normal is relative.
Is he's
I mean, it's obviously something powerful, but it's not like active right now.
You want to try to attune to it and find out?
Decisions.
Cursed item. No.
I mean, I have removed curse, so sure, I will try to attune to the staff.
So while shivering in front of the fireplace, you attune to the gray staff. The gray staff allows you to cast at will, hold person, or ray of frost.
Nice.
3 times a day it will let you cast cone of cold, ice storm, or wall of ice. And 1 time per day it will let you control weather.
Ah,
Cast control letter.
has that cast been used?
You don't know. You want to
Well-
try to do it?
I want to try to make it just a warm, like normal night. No snow.
And the snow's already fallen. There's at least 2 feet of it outside.
It's like, yeah, but no
Closer
more
to.
snow.
Yeah.
No more
No,
snow.
no,
So you want to
warmer.
stop the snow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you concentrate for a moment, and you feel the coldness of the staff pulse into your hand once, and you hear, and the snow stops, and the winds slow down, and the frosts start to abate, and you are now the owner of the Grey Staff. Congratulations.
Drasilia raises an eyebrow at him and is like, "Good job."
He's just like, it's a
It's all
fairy
the
item.
wrist. It's all the wrist.
Yeah, hold the wrist.
Yeah.
Feeling like a fool for trying to break it in half.
As you limp over to a bench.
Which she has her own staff and she takes that out and she uses it as a crutch.
And I will
Barkeep-
pass.
Just
I will
so
pass
you
my
can-
old staff to the beekeeper because it makes flowers.
Ooh, cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You guys killed Bobatita. How did you kill Bobatita?
I hit her with a stick.
Give it a stick and then an arrow in the eye, and
Is he serious?
you people really should have tried this much sooner.
Are her chunks still on the floor?
I
I
raised
thought we
my
threw them in the
quarterstaff.
fire.
Yeah, well, you did. Each chunk you threw in the fire started to burn away in a blue-green and then had a noxious, rotten egg smell as you did each one. You want to continue to do that?
Yeah.
What is
Just-
that smell?
And I hold up a chunk and I'm like,
That better
Here's
not
your
have come from my soup.
and I threw it in the fire.
Oh,
It's either that or she stays on your floor.
in the morning, the snow that fell already still lies heavy upon the ground. The temperature, while warmer, is still quite cold. Thank goodness you were able to get close to the fire for most of the night, or you would have suffered, well, potential cold injury as well as exhaustion.
Well, during the night,
You do
Didn't-
see
we sleep.
you were not the only place Baba Tiga visited. There are carcasses that have been dragged to the center of the town and left. Devoured from within. Or not from within, but all the insides. Like the witch herself, basically, once she started ravenously biting into something, just continued to tear into it until she was done. And then moved on to the next. And apparently, one of you was the next one.
I look around at the town and all the corpses and I say to the others, how does this town have anyone left in it?
I'd like
Maybe
to
this
know
place
that-
has really long years.
Oh, I can answer that. That was the brightest day. There's a lot of nights here where there's nothing to do. That's all I'm going to say.
I see. Interesting.
But
I'm impressed.
Get inside. No one
What is
even
left?
bothers to start to bury the dead today. They are left. Some old ravens, or vultures, excuse me, not ravens. Vultures start to lie down and pick at the bodies here and there. You can hear people just not saying anything. Today's the day where everyone sits around their fire. He stays close to it. Drinks warm soup. Drinks some brandy if they have it. And, well, just wait till it gets closer to night and you'll see what people do.
Well, the day doesn't sound too bad. I think I might partake in that.
Well,
Oh.
we're gonna put a cup of alcohol by the 2 front windows. And we're gonna hang some golden twigs above the door. Hopefully that works. Keep, well, the birch devil at bay.
What does the birch devil do?
Well, he punishes those who have not drunk alcohol that they were offered, who are not offering alcohol to travelers, and to little boys and girls who throw away their beer. He's the worst of them all.
I'm going to reach into my bag of holding and pull out the alchemy jug. We are going to fill that with beer. We're going to pop the top, and I'm just going to hand off to Torga. sit with my new flowering staff and let the bees do the thing and just not move.
He carries them away, and they're never heard from again.
Ooh.
Sounds cheerful.
He's about 9 feet tall, and a large sack on his back. I've seen him once or twice as he stalked through town. I don't know if he saw me. I was hiding in the dark. Well, this dark end. And he has helpers. And they go door to door.
This is why the brewery was asking about me being on time with their brew.
Well, let's drink.
Yeah.
You all sip your beer. So, as you sip your beer, and the various evening goes by, some stories are told, one and all, by several of you. You tell stories of times at home. The barkeep himself just kind of looks gauntly. Somehow he's gotten over to the bar, and is cleaning glasses once again. At this point, night begins to fall once more. Almost interestingly enough, the lanterns are lit. And then you hear him laughing, cavorting, the clop clop of hooves even through the snow. Well, then you see the shadow come across from the lanterns. A great shout goes up, followed by shrill laughing, screams of delight. A 9-foot-tall, black-horned beast, a lolling tongue, and a large sack over his shoulder. 6 helpers cavorting about him. Come on out! As the satyrs start to yell. Have you drunk your beer, little ones?
Should we go out there? Yes, we have. Take a pull from it.
A couple look towards your area as you've yelled from the window, obviously, looking at them. A couple's kind of like, players who are drinking beer now. You see the 9-foot-tall one go, he offers alcohol to all travelers, can't you tell? He has an inn. Well, I know one four doors down the gate, and they cavort just out of sight to what you know as Harriet's house, 4 doors down. Harriet, you know, the one who made your clothes. Do you remember her offering you beer or alcohol?
I don't.
Look down.
Well,
You start to hear. Then the banging gets louder. We know you're in there! We know you're in there! Come out! And at that point, you hear the crash of the wood. Screams from within.
I run out the door.
Out the door you go. As you're going out the
I
door,
sigh
you
heavily and
see
follow.
3 satyrs start laughing as they're coming out. You see 3 more pop out, and they look over and go, elbowing each other, going, looky here. And just as you see the 9-foot-tall beast ducking through the door, sack on his back, you see something shaking within, screaming from within. A man sobbing from within the house.
I look at the satyrs and I dump my cup on the ground.
They all smile happily. The 9-foot-tall beast just goes, oh, so coy. So coy. And they immediately move for you. They are 120 feet away. Moving down the street very quickly.
Did we?
He's made
get
of birch,
arrested?
right?
He is a
Birch
9-foot
sounds
tall,
flammable.
black, furry satyr creature with horns and hooves. A sack on his
So he's
back and a
120
wallet.
foot away. Are they together in a group?
No, they're kind of spread out. The first 3 are kind of like 30 more feet back because they had come out laughing and were moving further down the street the other way. The other 3 started moving towards you. They're 10 feet in front of him, and he's just looking over their heads, just shaking his head, going, "This is gonna be so good."
Okay, so I aim for the big dude and I cast Fireball. It's got to make a dex save of 13.
Okay.
Full battle.
And he makes it handily.
Still takes half. Okay.
Roll initiative, everyone.
10.
Oh.
16. Okay, so he takes half of 30.
Okay. All right. Who got a 20 or better?
Oh, I didn't.
There's the floor.
Oh, that was
roll.
an 18. Or actually 19. with my
Anyone get
modifier.
between 15 and 20?
That was a 19 with my modifier.
18.
Who has the higher dex? I'm pretty sure it's going to be...
I thought Stottle said 15.
Stottle said 18,
Nope.
I thought.
I didn't say anything. 18.
Okay.
Where's my the dex? My dex is 14.
I'm pretty sure your dex is higher than... Wait a minute,
But you
what's your
didn't
dex?
tie.
They both got an 18.
No, just only got a 19.
Oh,
with
that's
my
an 18.
modifier.
Okay, never mind. All right, who got below? Who got between 15 and 10?
17.
Oh, 17. Okay. And Mr.
I got-
Caleb.
I got an 8.
9.
Okay. And let's see what we got here. And
Did we get a rest?
What's that?
Did we get a rest?
Did any of you like to sleep?
Nope, I think I've got 1 point of exhaustion right now. Well, we are making ability checks right now, so it doesn't matter.
So, okay. One of the satyrs immediately bolts forward, moving at a very quick pace to get towards you as the fireball goes off. Please, what was the total damage of the fireball? 30?
Yeah, 30.
Well, you did manage to kill 2 satyrs. We're very close by.
4 left.
Alright. The 3 that were further back apparently was deflected by none other than the large birch staff that the birch devil carries, or birch club, and was whacked the fireball as it came forward, causing the explosion to occur primarily closer. So from there, it is now Smokey's turn. Toddle's turn.
That'll charges for. So you said 2 of the birchy guys are dead.
There's 2. There's one who's charged forward who's like right there.
Alright, well, let's just get him out of the way. So attack him, quarterstaff. 2 quarterstaff. 10 and 18.
10 and 18. The 18 hits.
Alright, 18 hits. 2-handed. 6 damage.
Okay.
1 more unarmed strike.
Swinging around, back fisting.
8.
8. You miss. It ducks under.
Alright, my turn. There then.
The 2 other satyrs who were behind begin to move forward, flanking their master, the birch devil himself. Well, they look like satyrs, but they ain't. Rumflower, your move.
I'm going to slowly walk towards the satyrs, not satyrs, and the birchies, just offering up the alchemical jug of beer, extending my hand out and slowly approaching them, just yelling out, "There's no need to quarrel." Obviously the beer is making them sway a little bit. "Come, I offer you drink with me as friends. Look, we're practically cousins."
So you move 30
Point
feet towards them
forwards.
while they move 30 feet towards you. You're now 60 feet away. They just kind of look at you as they keep moving forward. Justina,
How far away is the one Stoddle's attacking?
right, about 30 feet.
Okay. Well, I use my 30 feet movement to go over there, and I pull a dagger and I stab the satyr that Stoddle's attacking.
Okay, go for it.
Um. 17.
17. Okay. You hit.
After that, I... Yeah, I'll stay there for now.
What damage did you do?
17.
Oh, I thought you rolled a 17 to hit.
I'm sorry. I messed up. 1 second. 25 to hit and 17 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. You drop it right there. You like, as it's like getting ready to swing its Stoddle,
No.
it looks at you confused and drops to the ground. You hear from the voice from the large birch devil, almost silkenly look at you, goes, "She was one. That was two. I'm gonna enjoy doing
You will find that I am stringy and taste poor with ketchup.
I think I've already been through that.
Pre-tenderized is just the way I like it. And you start to see the other the three of them come in. You see him kind of tapping his staff on the ground as if it's doing something, and you hear in the distance somewhere else in the town. And almost with inhuman speed, it rushes forward towards you. The other two horned beasts, goat-like heads and faces, moving towards you as they become angry and raise their studded branched clubs at all of you. Torgron, your move.
All right. How far away is the big one from me?
60 feet, still officially.
All right. Well, luckily my Eldritch Blast has a 300-foot range.
Well, plenty of range there. Really good. Yeah.
And the first bolt is a natural 20.
Oh!
What are you attacking?
The big one.
The big one. Okay.
And the second
No
bolt
point wasting
is a
prime ammunition
15.
against the minions.
Second was 15. The 15 missed.
Okay, but the crit obviously. All right. Let's see. Uh, 44 points of damage. Oh wait,
Hell yeah.
no, that would be if it was Witch Bolt. My bad.
Yeah, that'd be a hell of an Eldritch Blast, brother.
That'd be 9 points. Quite a difference.
9 points. Okay. Alrighty.
Unfortunately, I was not close enough for that to be Witch Bolt.
Okay. So from there, it is now Birch Devil's turn.
Oh dear.
Moving forward, it swings its mighty. Well, what would be a staff in its hand is more like a. I don't know what you would call it, a massive part of a tree in its 9-foot hands, and it begins to swing it horribly towards you. Who's closest? Stop.
Yeah, Starro.
It does a 18 hit.
No, it doesn't.
It does not. Okay.
No,
That's
it does not.
It does a 22 hit.
Yes.
What's your AC?
19.
Oh, okay. Okay. 22 definitely hits. Okay. Well, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and
And
you are immediately scooped up into the Birch Devil's sack. He literally whacks you good after missing the first strike, scoops you up, and just in one deft motion jams you into the sack, where you're next to a screaming woman who will not stop screaming, and it's Harriet. And
Hello,
you are now
Harriet.
in this sack, and this sack is not made of a normal substance. It is abnormally strong.
Oh dear.
how did I get
You
out of
are
the sack?
incapacitated. You can try to escape the sack at the end of your next turn by making a DC 14 strength check. And every turn you're in it, you're going to take psychic damage potentially as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, not good. Better not stay in there.
Yeah, don't get in the sack, guys.
That's the first. Okay. The two satyrs to his side immediately square off to shield their master from whatever's coming next. And it is now Drasilla's turn. Drasilla?
Well, if he's 60 feet away,
Oh no, he's now 30 feet away.
oh, closer, cool. Alright, so let's do Mind Spike at 3rd level. Wisdom save of 13.
You get him.
Yay! Gonna use a Sorcerer Point and re-roll 2 of the dice. $27 psychic damage.
27 psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna back up 15 feet.
Okay. He shrieks. Tongue lolls out into its elongated goat-like head. This is gonna be savory. And it is now. Well, it would be Stottle's turn. Go ahead, Stottle. Do your best.
DC 14. Is it athletics or just straight strength? Is that strength saving throw or?
Oh, at the beginning of your turn, hold on 1 second. You take 11 points of psychic damage.
Oh
Oh,
dear.
that's not good. That is not good at all.
You've got to beat a 14 strength check.
Yeah, I was asking if it's athletics or just straight strength,
Strength
so I
check.
can know which.
It's pure strength.
All right. 14. Well, I'm still in the sack.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 5 plus 2.
Harriet has gone unconscious.
Well, this isn't a problem.
Okay. It is now Rumflower's turn.
He is still making
What's
his
a
approach.
beer?
He is just wait there. Just wait there. Just don't move. And he's casting web as he says it.
To who?
He casts web onto the satyrs into that area. It's a 20-foot cube. And
Okay.
he's speaking as softly as he can in Infernal.
Mhm.
You know,
And
just
they just
trying
look
to
at you
relate.
and going, we know that. We know what you're doing. And then your webs come out. Go ahead.
And he's, you
What
know,
do they need to do to avoid the webs?
dex save 14.
14. The 2 satyrs fail. They're webbed into place.
This does not seem to be a malicious act from Flower. He is still walking up to them with this cup.
Okay.
It was literally just there to keep them, but he is still making his approach, trying to speak calmly to them.
Okay. One of them attempts to lash out, but cannot reach you, thanks to the webs and the restrained feature. It's gonna.
If they're restrained, do I have advantage in attack against the satyrs?
I believe you do. Let me
Okay.
double check that restraint though. Let me make sure that web actually
All right.
causes that. I believe it does. Yep, restrained.
Perfect. So I pull a dagger in my other hand, so I've got daggers in 2 hands now. And I attack one of the satyrs
Okay.
at advantage.
Okay.
Natural 20!
How do you want to do? Well, no, actually roll because we'll see if you actually get high enough. I'm pretty sure you'll whack this dude.
Alright. $31 points damage.
Hell
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. It just and its partner just looks at you, and just looks. It starts swinging its club as best it can.
Okay. And I have a dagger in the other hand, so I use my bonus action to actually attack this. Am I near the Birchman? How far away am I
Birchman
from
was
the
right
Birchman?
behind them. You're gonna try to move through the Birchman?
Yes.
Okay. So you move.
How
through
far
the
away
web.
is he?
You're moving through the web.
Oh, do I have to move? Can I move around the web? Or is he in the
You're
web?
not gonna get to him otherwise.
Oh. Yeah, I try to move through the web.
Make a dex check. DC 14.
Well, I have +4 dex, so I might make it. Natural 20 again!
Alright. Hey, you literally catapult off the body of the dead satyr, making your way over, and you get next to the birch man.
And now I use my second, my
bonus
offhand
action to
attack.
attack?
Yes, and I attack the sack.
Okay.
So 13 to hit.
Misses.
Damn it.
And guess what else you can't do?
Move.
Yeah. Alright. Torgrun.
So you said that the gray staff has a charge of wall of ice, right?
It has up to. Hold on a minute, I'll tell you how many times per day. Yes, it has wall of ice 3 times per day.
All right. So I'm gonna do wall of ice on the big guy and the 2 next to him. Whatever straight
Well, the one
line we
next
get.
to him. Wow.
Oh yeah, the one next to him now. Yeah.
If you
So,
do
like,
that, you're going to hit Astina.
What if I just do it so it lines up with just the big guy?
The big guy now has. Okay, you're going to just do a lateral through the big guy.
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw. I believe it would be 16.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Roll. That's
Passes.
a lot. All right, so he takes half of 43.
It doesn't quite hurt him as much as you would hope it would.
Ah, okay.
You see him just kind of chuckle as it comes by and just walks right through it.
It was worth a shot.
It certainly was. And every damage is good damage. Just remember that.
Yes.
Every damage is good damage. So he then swings his birch branch at Astina.
Who at least sees it coming.
He does. I'm going to assume the 2 did not hit. That would be a 10 normally.
No, it doesn't hit.
But I'm going to also tell you that the 21 definitely hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, you now get hit with 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
So rounded down to 3.
Mm-hmm. And you feel yourself immediately get stuffed into a sack. In like one fell swoop, you're like stunned for a second, and the next thing you know, you're being scooped up and jammed into a sack.
Hello.
Where you're
Welcome to
seeing-
the stack.
And like just as you were thinking you were making progress opening the sack up, Astina slams into your face. And the sack clinches closed again. That's 2. Now to get number 1. Hey you, bring me that beer.
He's happily holding it up.
Okay, Priscilla, what are you doing?
Alright, so I am 45 feet away. And I'm gonna do Mind Spike at 3rd level again.
Okay, here we go.
Wisdom save of 13.
1 second.
And
Ooh. And he makes it.
alright, then I'm gonna reroll 2 using a sorcerer point. Better. Alright. 16. So I guess half of 16.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, I'm gonna use another sorcerer point and clear a 3rd level spell slot.
Alright. We're now refilling a slot, basically. All right. Stoddle. Make your strength check, and also take 6 points of psychic damage.
Ooh, lucky. 6 points. Ooh, my head hurts. DC 14, baby. Strength check. I'm still in the sack.
Rumflower, you're up. Metis, make it happen.
Come on, just let him out. Just let him out. We'll share a drink. Persuasion.
He reaches down to take your alchemy jug. You're gonna give it to him?
Yep.
He takes it, drinks the beer within. It's good beer. And he immediately swings to hit you in the head with it.
You should have poisoned him with the beer.
Could he?
Does a 17 hit you?
Yes, it will.
Then the 19 will also hit you as well.
Yes, it will.
You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage, but you are not stuffed in the sack because he used the jug instead of the branch. So now he's got this giant club, and he's got a jug in his hand. So he doesn't have a free hand to stuff something into the sack.
Who's holding the sack?
So, who, yeah.
The sack is stuffed to it. He literally just goes, whoop, whoop, whoop.
He's like a giant Krampus.
Yeah.
He's wearing a string
fast.
backpack.
Extremely fast. So, from there, you are now bludgeoned with your own alchemy jug.
Here again.
Priscilla. Or excuse me, Stina, I need you to take 12 points of psychic damage.
Oh, I
And you're
cannot
well
stay in
welcome
this
to try
stack
to
very
make
long.
a strength check now with advantage if you want help from someone, or you know.
Or I know what.
Because your partner's in there trying to help you get the damn sack open.
Okay. Well. 13.
Nope. Those little Astina muscles not working as strong as they should be.
She's a rogue.
Someone open
What do you
the sack.
expect?
What are you doing? See, your friends are in a sack now. You see writhing.
I'm in 30 feet now, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Witch bolt.
Witch bolt. There we go. Blue green
Nat
lightning
20.
erupts from Torgron's hands.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Does it open the sack?
Torgon's like Sith lightning, just.
Yeah, another crit.
36.
Holy
Electric.
It does shock him, and he's like, "Urgh! Oh, tickles! Urgh!" And just starts getting his club ready. And he steps over to Torgron, which is right next to Marissa, or to Drusilla, and then swings for Drusilla twice.
Wait, I'm 45 feet away.
You backed up?
Yeah, I backed up 15
Swings for
feet.
Torgron then.
Tactics.
Torgron, does a 13 hit you?
No.
Okay. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. I
You're
am
not stuffed in
still
the
up.
sack because he is now drinking beer in between swings.
You really should have poisoned that beer, Metis.
That's not where Metis was for this. He genuinely thought he could friend this out.
Oh, that wasn't a trick?
No!
Remember, constant optimism. Constantly optimistic.
Istena's a rogue. She's constantly practical and tricky.
Drusilla, what are you doing? Now 15 feet away.
Alright, so I back up 15 feet. And mine spike again, throw. And let's see how many sorcerer points I got left. Alright, I used one more sorcerer point to re-roll the damage. And let's see, please, bigger numbers. Damn it. Okay. 18 psychic damage.
18 psychic damage. What's he got to roll to get that down to half? He fails. doesn't
Wisdom
matter.
13.
He failed. He botched that good. Okay. And how many points was that one more time?
It was 18 psychic damage.
As you hit, he's and he immediately starts looking like he's going to charge you.
And I'm just sitting there shuddering
Subtle.
and grinning.
Make your strength check after you take 13 psychic
Yeah.
damage.
So Startle is out.
Stottle you just feel Stottle go limp
Okay.
in the back.
And just go down.
Rum flower. Bruised and beaten with your own alchemy jug that you basically gave to this person.
There's that look of heartbreak on his face. The smacked sober kind of thing. He grabs the bow and fires a couple shots into the club shoulder.
Okay, into its back. Okay, because he's passed right by you.
We got a 26 and a 19.
Both hit.
Uh, 12 and 7. So, 19.
The first arrow hits, and you see him kind of because it goes in deep. The second arrow hits. And you see its eyes go from the dark amber color that they are. You and Torgron and Drusilla both see the dark amber fade as it goes black. And it goes face down. What the heck was that from? is that from y'all? That didn't come from here. Perfect timing. As it goes face down into the ground. Its body turns to dust, blowing away in freezing wind. Where its body laid, a small red egg, warm to the touch, sizzles in the snow. The sack dumps open. Estina crawls out. She's apparently laughing, even though there's unconscious bodies in the sack with her.
Istena's not laughing.
Oh, by the way, Estina, you also took 8 points of psychic damage on the way out.
Huh. Still not at 0. Yay! I crawl out and I help drag Stottle out of the sack.
Okay, so you start to drag Stottle out of the sack.
Yeah.
I'm there with the hand trying to help
Stottle is unconscious.
usher people out.
Stottle, go ahead and make your first death save.
All right. I'm not using that dice anymore. It keeps giving me force. I'm not using this dice anymore either. Also keeps.
the equivalent
Just-
of a. How would you explain your skin tone normally?
It's green.
Green.
You know, yeah, green.
Mhm.
Like a dark forest green.
Okay. And, you know, it's now become a little more pale as it's being drug out. And to be fair, Iston is even having trouble dragging his very heavy carcass out of the sack.
Very heavy.
Well, I'm a little woozy and dizzy myself. I'm down to
That's
4 hit points.
So from there,
I-
go ahead.
I go over to help him
Okay.
and go into Stoddle's bag and grab his potion he brewed.
When we
Try
pull
to
him,
feed it to him.
Very good. Roll for healing potions, Donald. However, there's still people in the sack.
2d4 plus 2. Give me something great.
Well, we need the strong dude to help pull him out.
I've got one leg in the sack and it kind of draped over, trying to drag.
8.
So
Yeah.
Harriet comes out,
Harriet said,
and
okay.
then 3 other people come out. Harriet's unconscious. The 3 other people are unconscious.
Startle's up to 8.
Okay.
Metis,
I'm
can
gonna
you
start
heal
dropping
people?
my my cure wounds.
Okay. Harriet, all of them revive. Apparently, whatever it is, it puts them in a catatonic state. It may have killed them. For all we know, your actions saved them. And they wake up and they're suddenly very, very cold. What? What happened?
I create a bonfire in the street.
I
I don't know that that's how that works. You have to have fuel. You have to have an actual fire.
You create a bonfire on the ground that you can see within range until the spell ends. The magic bonfire fills a 5-foot cube. Any creature in the bonfire space cast.
You just start setting fire in the street. Beautiful. It works out beautifully. The snow thaws. I mean, what could possibly go wrong setting fires in the middle of the street? I mean, the snow thaws immediately. Steam starts.
It stays
rising.
within a 5-foot cube.
Yeah, I know.
It's
I'm not
good.
saying you set fire to the village. You just set fire to cobblestone or dirt, muddy. It's actually muddy roads.
Yep.
And boom, welcome. All right, awesome job.
Now they're coated in mud.
Now they're coated in mud.
At least they're not dead and freezing.
And we should go home.
I did want to take a peek at that flamey egg that landed from the ash.
Okay. Well, it appears to be some kind of very, very interesting, warm red egg.
Iston is going to grab the sack.
Okay.
And I'm looking at Metis and like, that needs to be destroyed.
I'm gonna touch it.
You touch it?
Leans
Alright.
down and tries to scoop it up.
Do you make a nature check?
Oh, I got the nature. 16.
16. That is something you only read about. It's called a firebird egg. And, well, when it hatches, a firebird will come out. Well, its feathers are considered highly valuable. And it's known to be familiars for great, powerful spellcasters.
Is that it? Looks over to Drasilia. Not gonna break it, are you?
What is it?
Firebird egg. There's a little wavy hand over it.
Magic!
Very magic.
Oh, thank God. I thought that was him respawning.
Very special. Very careful. Yeah. Careful hands at your direction.
Must have been in one of his pouches.
I try extra hard because I'm shaking.
Mm-hmm. Well, so far you haven't dropped it.
And I put it in my pocket. Or my bag.
As you do that, you start to hear the sounds of birds chirping. You're certain it's birds chirping this time. And the first rays of light begin to hit the street where your bonfire burns away and people are warming themselves after being put in a large sack. The sack is as big as a human being. I mean, like, it's bigger than a human being, but it's much bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Does it magically let you hold lots of weight?
Lots of what?
Weight?
I didn't say that. I just said it's bigger on the inside than on the outside.
I know. That's why I was asking it as a question, not making it as a statement.
How are you going to test that?
Well, I'm not going to test it right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, guess you'll have to test that.
I will.
So, sack of subdual. The next morning, the houses are lit by the dawn light. By midday, the snow has melted away. The mists settle over the town. There is no massive celebration, but there is a few cheers as the heroes who defeated the Birch Devil are called out. Those that remain, well, they appear to be joyful, if anything. And almost as if you were standing down the street, at dawn, you see a large man with broad shoulders and a fur cap strides into town, into the town square, with a giant gray wolf behind him. As he passes by each house, he reaches into his coat and pulls out a small package wrapped in brown paper that he leaves by the doorstep. And he repeats this process, house by house. And the other people go, "Oh, we have to get inside. The gifting night is here. The gifting time is here. You need to get inside, quick.
What happens if we're outside?
You may not get a gift."
All right, I let the bonfire fall and pick up
They-
the sack
they all
if
take
nobody
off
had.
and go in the house. Their respective homes. And he continues the process. Every house that has a living occupant that you can tell, there's packages left. As he
We all
gets-
go in the inn.
You guys go in the inn? Okay.
Yep.
Eventually, he comes back around down the street you're on. Your place is the last place where he leaves gifts. And you see him look out, look through the window. Large gray beard. And it, well, strokes his thing, pulls out his coat, pulls out multiple packages of different varying sizes with one for every person inside the inn, it appears, based on what you know. He then walks over. You hear the distinctive sound of a couple bells ringing. Hops onto the back of his wolf. Grunts. And the wolf, hanging onto the fur of the wolf itself, he rides out of town. Unspeaking. Never a word said. As you hold the egg, Priscilla, it begins to get red hot. Cracks form. The shell begins to melt away under an intense heat. It almost sets fire to the inn itself. And the shell falls away to reveal a firebird who and drops a feather and crashes through the window, flying after the bearded man.
Didn't the innkeeper just fix that window?
Is the innkeeper watching this?
Yeah, you see the bearded man, the broad-shouldered bearded man, stop, take it onto its arm. You see him come up close to it as if he's whispering something to it, and he throws it in the air and it circles back, comes through the window, and lands on your arm.
Cool. I take the feather and I look at Metis and said, "You said these were valuable?" And so
No.
I look at this poor innkeeper and I said,
You see the innkeeper like unlocking the doors and grabbing his package and going in. What I get? What I get? What I get? And he opens it up, and it's a glass mug with his name on it. And he's like, "I got a mug." He immediately sets to cleaning it. There's packages out there for you too.
If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. I'm going to go ahead and grab for the packages.
I go up to the innkeeper before I grab my package and I give him the feather and I said, "This is extremely valuable. It should be able to cover all of our losses, or all of your losses."
Thank you. It's very nice of you. Stupid, but very nice of you nonetheless. Very nice.
Ouch.
I'm honored that you would give this to me. Your gifts are outside. I guess you don't want them.
I go get my gift.
I go get
I'll
my
get my
gift.
gift. Yeah.
You think we all got mugs?
There's one made out to meet us immediately. And it's a big half crescent wrapped piece of brown paper. As you open it, you immediately see a bow with swirling crystalline designs etched into the crooked arms. The grip is made of reindeer pelt, and bone runestones dangle from the hide cords. Spending time with this, you realize this is a bow of biting cold. A magical bow.
Just in awe.
Startle. There's a long staff wrapped in brown paper called the Hollyward staff. It's a magical quarterstaff. In addition to, well, working for you, once per day when you're hit by a melee attack, as a reaction you may plant the staff in the ground and a blast of cold emanates from the staff, dealing 1d6 cold damage to any creatures within 10 feet and giving you 3d8 temporary hit points.
Cool.
Nice.
Ooh.
Torgron, your package is large and round, and cylindrical. And as you open it up, there is a mug in there, a stein, if you will. But as you open it, there is ale inside. As you drink it, it's some of the greatest ale you've ever tasted. You can't empty this mug of ale. It will forever feed you with ale.
So if you ever need to bribe the birch man again, you're set.
Estina, as you open your box wrapped in brown paper, there are a set of boots within. These boots will allow you to jump great distances should you need to close with your enemy. You have boots of stratting and springing. And Drusilla, in your box are 2 bracers. These bracers help protect the wearer considerably from the injuries they might have. These are bracers of protection, +2.
Awesome.
There's also a letter that's been tacked to the door somehow, addressed to the party at the end. And there is a strange crest within. And the barkeep sees it and says, "That's Strahd's crest. I think it's time you be leaving now. Take the letter letter. There we go.
So I take the letter.
Yeah.
You
First,
guys open it?
just then it goes to get a. Oh, okay. Are we gonna read it right here?
I
Sure.
don't know.
Yeah.
What are you guys going to do?
Let's read it now.
Sure.
You open the envelope, and that's where our story ends and another one begins. Thank you for watching 12 Nights in Barovia, everyone.
We survived.
Awesome.
I'd like to thank everyone who watched and gave us such great, awesome feedback in chat today. You guys rocked. I would also like to thank the writers Lexi Kassan and Jacob Harris for writing Christmas in Barovia, which you can find on DM's Guild, which was what our adventure was based on for 12 Nights in Barovia. Highly recommend it. Christmas in Barovia, A Winter Tale of Demi-Plane of Dread, written by Lexi Kassan and Jacob Harris. Definitely check it out when you get a chance. I'd like to thank the cast for being a part of this 3-episode short shot and taking part in this. If I could start with Anna, then Caleb, then Alfonso, then Marissa, then Bran, to introduce yourselves and what your projects are outside of this show today.
I'm Anna. You can find me on social media under the Amber Anna heading, Twitter, Instagram, and Discord. I normally play the rogue Turgeon Nighthawk in our Thursday show, Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction.
I am Caleb, also known as Zezapher, on Twitter and elsewhere. I will put that in the chat because it's hard to spell.
It is. Alfonso.
And I'm Alfonso. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at _SundanceSid. Right now I don't have any ongoing projects, but I have some stuff that I'm planning on, so keep an eye out.
Well, we're going to definitely be having you back on our shows a lot more often, I think. So, welcome.
Awesome. Thanks.
Marissa?
I am Marissa. You can find me under the Twitter handle Captain Valisso. I normally play as part of the FantasyFyx crew, and you can find us on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter under FantasyFyx. The Fix spelled with a YX.
And Bran.
I am Bran. You can find me at Spirit of the Wilds Candles. Twitter's Spirit O the Wilds. Make it classy like that. Check out our candles, and you'll hear any information of any upcoming games or any events through that same one, because I can't be bothered to have 2 different Twitter handles.
And I'm Reed. I'm the Dungeon Master on Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction, as well as one of the hosts on the Games Tavern Happy Hour and one of the hosts on That Many's Paint Show. So you can see me on any of those shows here on the Games Tavern. You can find me at Warrior Streak on Twitch, at Warrior_Streak on Instagram, and you can also find us all the time here at the Games Tavern. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Thanks a lot for our cast and crew and our tech crew for helping out. Be sure and thank them in chat. And if you haven't gotten a chance, be sure to join our Discord. See you guys next time on our Saturday Short Shots.